Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, we are from Group 3. We are here today to talk you about Section 3. The example of story analysis with narratological approach in genre of romance short stories. I'm Madinda Limadara and my partners Weni Ratminingsih, Vihina Disti Rahma, Lailia Ajianindya, and Muhammad Marhaban Ramadan. Our aim here is just to get some background information about Section 3. We plan to brief about 16 minutes of your times. Therefore, we have divided this presentation into 5 sections. First, we will give you an introduction of structural theory in narratology, especially in narrativity. This part will be explained by Weni. Second, we will tell you about level of narrative according to Shlomit Rimon Kenan. This part will be explained by Adinda. Third, we will tell you about narratological theories in literary analysis stages. This part will be explained by Fihna. Fourth, we will tell you about analyzing the events based on the elements concept. This part will be explained by Lailia. Fifth, we will tell you about analyzing the events based on the first literary analysis stages. This part will be explained by Marhaban. Then, in the last of our presentation, we will conclude the discussion. This part will be explained by Adinda.
Hello, I'm Winnie. I'll tell you about an introduction of structural theory in narratology, especially in the concept of narrativity. In understanding narratological structuralism that uses the concept of structure, two important aspects need to be considered, namely the abstraction aspect or model and the difference or different system aspect. First, I will discuss abstraction or model. The abstraction or model aspect is an important aspect in using the concept of structure. In terms of structuralism, the abstraction or model aspect emphasizes the assumption of idealism rather than the assumption of realism. The second, I will discuss difference or different system. The difference aspect or different system is an important aspect in the concept of structure, which emphasizes the relationship between the components or constituent elements in a story by prioritize meaningful or symbolic relation. Then, the aspect of structure resulted in the concept of narrativity and level of narrative. The concept of narrativity refers to the grammar of a story in which an abstract and general rule will determine whether a text is a story or not. Therefore, the object of study in narratology is the rule in the story. This is what makes narrativity the ultimate goals of narratology in the concept of structure or structuralism. So that in this concept, narratology doesn't aim to judge or criticize the uniqueness of literary works, but narratology is used to see literary works in general through story rules. The literary works of the concept of narrativity on which narratologists examine a story to describe the level of the story is Morphology of the Folk Tale by Vladimir Brooke, in which his work explains that when viewed from structural linguistics, narratology tries to research language, the story, not the peril of the story. Then, from this many narratologists continue their research, such as Ferdinand de Saussure, de Roof, Petrus, Primot, and Primes. In the concept of describing narrativity, the syntaxis model in structuralism is still the basic of research. However, the narratology experts still emphasize to the story level that includes one of level in narrative according to Schmidt-Riemann canon. Therefore, level of narrative according to Schmidt-Riemann canon will be explained by Adinda.
Okay, I'm Adinda. I will tell you about part 2, level of narrative according to Schmidt-Riemann canon. The level of narrative according to Schmidt-Riemann canon is classified into 3 levels, namely story level, text level, and narration level. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Story level. What is story level? Story level is the level that the events in the story are rearranged and changed according to the chronological story. So, the story becomes a new version, but the character and the context of the story are the same. Therefore, we can know story level emphasizes or refers to the events. Then, at the story level, the concept of narrativity begins to be a concept for analyzing what things are in the story. The aspects that are used for analyzing in the story level are the elements and the rules which will be a form of events. Therefore, from the process in this level, the story level is also called the result of text abstraction. Next, I will tell you about the text level that make us wonder about how the chronological story of the events in the story level can change in the text level. The text level. What is the text level? Text level is the events that can be read by the readers in the text, and the events do not have to fit with the chronological story. Why? Because the text level is sort of text abstraction that becomes based on the events which will be analyzed based on the text time. Therefore, there are characteristics of text level. First, the sequences of events do not have to fit with chronological story. Second, there are many of characteristics in its character in the story. Third, the meaning in the narrative text is based on a perspective. After we know the characteristic of text level, I will mention what things that will be the aspect of research. There are character, the characteristic of character, the relation of character, time, frequency, duration, and etc. Okay, let's move to the last level. This is narration level. What is narration level? Narration level is level that the events and the characters can appear in the story because the narrator tells the story to the narrative. So, in this level, tells about the relation between story, narrator, and narrative. Based on this case, narration level has two important aspects. There are the process of communication and the medium. First, the process of communication aspect. The process of communication happens when the story becomes a message that is conveyed by the narrator to narrative. Second, the medium that we use is verbal medium to deliver the message in the story.
Hello, I'm Vihina. I will tell you about Part 3 Narratological Theories in Literary Analysis stage. I will explain one of the level of narrative, namely the story level that has been previously mentioned by Adinda. In this section, I will explain how to analyze a story using literary analysis stage. The first stage is to analyzing the events and the elements in a story. we can see on these following mind maps. In analyzing a literary works, there are two theories. The first is the stylistic theory. The stylistic theory is a theory that analyzes an aesthetic element of a literary works, and it used the concept of the aesthetic device concept. This theory is a theory that contradicts the structural theory, which uses the concept of convention, although these two theories are linked to each other. For example, a historical novel author must understand very well the convention that apply in the historical novel genre. Otherwise, the author certainly will not be able to measure how far the uniqueness is being offered in his work, with the result that it will deviate from the convention which has been applied in the historical novel. So, without convention, literary works cannot be understood. And without being unique, literary works will lose the most core value. Furthermore, after discussing what is stylistic theory, the second theory that we will discuss and become the theory that we will use for story analysis is structural theory. The structural theory is a theory that analyzes the structure and convention, or the base for the rule of a story genre, and it uses the concept of elements. The concept of this element will become a component in a structure. For example, for use of opposition binary rules in the element of meaning. Then, based on structural theory, the element concept in the structure of the story are events. In application, there is a short story in which the number of events is very minimal, but still the short story is a story. How can it be? Because when one event is linked with another event, a story is formed. In this case, we can emphasize that there must be at least two series of events to form a story. Therefore, more details for the example of analyzing the events based on the element concept will be explained by Lailia.
Hello, I'm Lailia. I'll explain part 4 about analyzing the events based on elements concept. We will provide an example of an analysis of events from the minifiction Halte by Agus Nur. As we know, the basic element in the structure of the story is events. This event will form a sequence called a story. So, a story will become a story if it has at least two sequences of events. This also applies to minifiction because minifiction, even though it only provides minimal sequences of events, it is still called a story. Okay, let's move to the analysis of events in the minifiction Halte by Agus Nur. The first version. Halte. Terkantuk-kantuk kau duduk di halte menunggu angkot yang akan membawamu pulang. Begitulah, setiap hari kau selalu pulang kerja selarut ini. Angkot datang, kau segera masuk. Ketika angkot itu kembali melaju, kau menengok ke jalanan sepi di belakangmu. Kau melihat dirimu yang tengah terkantuk-kantuk menunggu di halte itu. The first version is a minifiction by Agus Nur which has a sequences of events. That is, there are 5 sequences of events. 1. The character you waiting for the angkot at the stop while nodding off. Before that, angkot is public transportation like a minibus. 2. The you character does that every day. 3. The angkot or minibus comes. 4. The character you get into the angkot or minibus. And the last, or number 5, is the character you sees himself still waiting for the angkot or minibus at the stop while nodding off. Stylistics will argue that even number 5 is what makes this story interesting, because it is a shocking and surreal ending. However, for structural experts, this aspect of attractiveness is not a concern, because even if incident number 5 is nothing, the short story can still be regarded as a story. If the events in this short story continue to be cut until the first event, then the basic rules of the story are violated and we can no longer classify them as stories. We can conclude that in the first version, this version has many events and this version fulfills to the rules of story. Next is the second version. Halte. Terkantuk-kantuk kau duduk di halte menunggu angkot yang akan membawamu pulang. In the second version of the minifiction, halte only has one event, so there is doubt whether this is a minifiction or not. There is only one event here. No second event can be linked to the first event. In the minifiction principle, at least two sequence of events are sufficient to form a story. But as seen in this version, the basic rule of the story has been violated because it only has one event. However, even if this is a poetry, it seems that there needs to be a little change so that the basic rules in structuring the lines of poetry can be fulfilled. We can conclude that in the second version, this version just has one event, and this version doesn't fulfill to the rules of story and poetry. Okay, let's move to the third version. Halte. Terkantuk-kantuk kau duduk di situ, menunggu angkot, pulang. The third version of halte is shaped like a poetry because the line arrangement above fulfills the principle of poetry. That is, the lines are laid out based on rhythmic considerations. In the third version, this version has not an event, and this version fulfills to the rules of poetry. So, from the three versions, we can conclude that there must be at least two sequences of events to form a story in a short story or minifiction. From my previous explanation, it can be concluded that the basic elements in a story and poetry are different. The basic elements of a story are events, and the basic elements of a poetry are lines. An example of an event in the story I explained earlier in the minifiction entitled Halte, and the next step is to analyze a longer story than the minifiction entitled Halte. That is Witasari's short story entitled Pertemuan. In the case of a long story, it is necessary to distinguish between the main event and the side event because in a long story, it is possible to add many events to it. How to determine the importance or position of an event in the story? That is, we must consider the rules of the story genre itself. Apart from considering the genre, we can determine the main and side events by three criteria suggested by Mikabal. My friend Marhaban will explain further.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Marhaban. I will explain about the part 5 about analyzing events based on first literary analysis stages. As previously explained by my colleague Laila, In the analysis of a story, there are two methods used to find out which is the main event and which is a side event. These two methods are by analyzing the rules of the genre of a story and by analyzing the story using three theories or criteria of Michael Ball. In this section, I will explain about the three Michael Ball's criteria or theory in the analysis of a story entitled The Meeting by Dwitasari. Now, okay, we move on to the three theories of Michael Ball first. Now, the first criteria is change, or where an event in a story or other stories brings potential change that move the story forward. An example in a story meeting is when the main character, Cleo, meets a man while sitting together on a bus, which changes the storyline, namely the feelings of falling in love within Cleo. The second criteria is selection, or choice, namely that an event contains or opens a choice for the character. The example in the short story is the examples of using choice criteria in the short story entitled Meeting. Whether the encounter is amorous or not, and we, as the readers, are left to guess. Imagine the selections of possible events. The third criteria is controversy. For example, in this short story, there are conflicting events. Examples of events in the short story Meeting: the conflict between forgetting the romance in the past and the emergence of feelings of new romance in the present. Therefore, Cleo breakup in the past must be taken into account as the main event, even though it only appears as a flashback. By taking into account one or all of these criteria, we can determine the main events in the short story Meeting with precision accuracy. These main events, by using these three criteria, are 1. Cleo broke off her love. Cleo went away to forget her ex-boyfriend. Cleo meets with Raditya that looks like her ex. Cleo fell in love with Raditya. Cleo and Raditya separate because he has a girlfriend. Cleo and Raditya meet again in Pasamaram and restart their love. All these are the main event by using the three criteria or theories by Michael Ball. The other ones are nothing more but side events and therefore not all that important.
Okay, in the last of our presentation, I will give you a conclusion to this discussion. Briefly, in literary analysis works, there are three things that need to be considered. First is the analysis theories. Second is the literary analysis stages. And third is the elements and the rules in the short stories. Therefore, we can find out the main events and additional events that exist in literary works, especially in romantic short stories genres. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.